Alright folks, I just want to show you what the that new generator, which is totally made out of plastic except the bottom and the top, which is aluminum, is absolutely no iron in it. Those are stainless steel screw, pure stainless steel screw, non-magnetized. Have 2 magnet. I used to have 4 in it, and I'll show you the size of the magnet I'm using. Those are the ones, so I got 2 inside working. And I'm going to show you how much volt with no iron, just the coil and the wire. You can see they're really small. They're 28.5 triple dip wire, and that thing is solder. It's just kind of Mickey Mouse together, but I want to show you how I can make volt with that. So I'm just going to power it up slowly. As you see, the volt, I'm only turning like, maybe 200 RPM right now, and I'm making 6 volt now. I'm going to bring it up to now. I have absolutely no iron in it, and I'm pushing out 272 volt or 276, 277 volt with no iron whatsoever. So now I'm going to run this. I'm going to reconnect it to the this transformer here, which is 120 volts, 60 hertz, 6000 to 20 milliamp. So we're going to do that, and we'll find out exactly if I can power up this thing. And believe me, I'm not going to run it at 40 volts right now. We're going to run it very slow, because now I have to power. Can you see this? I'm going to power those 2 spar gaps, right? So we'll see the volt is putting out. I'm bouncing out between 120 and right now is running this fluorescent here with the 2 spar gap, and that's mean I have no iron whatsoever in that generator. So anybody who say you need iron to create volts and potential, they're totally wrong. And this is not the right transformer who I'm using here. I'm going to move into a RF transformer. That's just a step-up transformer. Can you have a good shot of it? Can you see everything?
Yep.
Alright. As we see the spar gap, they're working just fine. So that's all. The voltage is all produced with only magnet and 4 copper coil. That's all you need in this thing, and it's no. Soon you put the spar gap, you have no resistance on this here at all. Now if we disconnect that, and rebring it, so now it's nothing. As you see, can you see that? Now I'm just reading the volt, and I have no amp decrease or increase just by running that. That's what that motor used, a DC motor, brush fed, pancake motor, and I'm putting 2135, and I'm using 3.4 amp on that one. It doesn't matter if you put the load, it makes no difference at 140 volts. So now if everybody can tell me you need iron to create a high frequency generator, oh no, I don't need it, so I must be special. Alright, so as you see this small demonstration here about the generator works really well. I have a little bit of difficulty with my first coil. They were too big, I could not fit in there, so we redo the coil, and we reuse 1,000 wrap per coil at 28.5 triple dip, wire, and now I'm going to bring it back to a little bit less because I want to use 4 magnet, and I'm going to use a little bit heavier wire and a little bit less wrap. I'm probably going to go down to probably about 800 wrap per coil, but this time those coils are all left end turn wind. I find out I had to do some crisscross. I have to cross the arm of the coil because I have to create south and north coil instead of just all north. So we cannot wind those high frequency RF generator just like we wind a generator or a motor. So they have to be winded a little bit different. So and we're going to redo the coil, as soon as I can. I'm still waiting for, actually I just got out of the phone with my machinist, and he's working on my slasher right now, which I like to get that done so I can connect the whole thing up and see with the slasher if everything goes. But the slasher, what it does is whatever I'm producing through the tester coil, it will slice that at 60 cycles a second, just to give me my 60 hertz when I'm dumping that into the pole transformer. Like I said, now I'm getting some equipment with different coil. I will be able to remove this transformer out, and I believe the equipment I'm getting, they have proper RF spark gap, which are more likely a plasma. They're like those tiny little tube like this, because when you put the load directly into this, it puts the brake on it. You put that little bulb in the line, everything will work and the load disappears. Zero load on the generator. So that's so I find out in Russia. A friend of mine ordered a couple of, they call them spark gap. They're triple spark gap in the vacuum tube, and unfortunately the 2 spark gap they had, that was the only 2. By the time we arrived, the 2 were broken. It was only part of one is still good, but I think I can find those on any type of communication system, because without the spark gap or the plasma gap, you cannot do communication, because then it will take a massive amount of power to turn the generators. So at that point in time, we're still working, and it's getting closer, every day, every week. But I can only go as fast as I can get the parts made up. So that's as far as I am with the generator. The generator work. The idea of using no iron work, as you can see. So I can power up a 120 volt 60 hertz at 6,000 volt transformer to create 6,000 volt to be able to jump the spark gap. So I'm creating potential, and if you tied up a light bulb, I can light up a light bulb, but it puts the brake on the generator so bad, it's cranking up my power supply right to the max at 10 amp, because it's putting so much brake on it. So we know we need the spark gap to release the tension, to release the drag or the brake effect on the generator. So I just want to bring you up to speed. Like I said, I'm waiting for a couple of parts. That's going to have the coil have to be changed again. So far everything is working good, but you have to understand this generator here is the purpose of that generator is for testing and lab work. The actual generator will go when we figure out all the dimension and everything up. It's still going to be plastic. It will have a different motor on it, a long life motor who can run 24/7. This one is not made for 24/7, but I had it on hand. I have 2 on hand, and I'm using it because they're really powerful little motor, and I can control the speed really easy with my power supply. So that makes my life a lot easier. So
so when you got something made up before, you basically wanted to make this video as an update, but
yeah, exactly. It's just an update video, just so people see I'm not sitting in my hand doing nothing.
Some people think that that's what's happening.
Well, yeah, and especially I like to we have one guy who like to call me an old man, and we want to see this thing working and stuff like this. But as usual, those mold, they just they like to try to piss people off. And all I can say is, if I'm an old man, I said maybe come see and visit me. I will show you 10 different ways I can put you in a wheelchair with less than 10 pound pressure. So I still have about 45 seconds in me, very quickly and really fast. So for that guy who's calling me the old man all the time and bitching at me, I know it's never ready, I'm only talking about stuff. Tell me when and where, and I will meet you. And I guarantee bring your own wheelchair because you're going to need it. So
so when you got some stuff made up for the generator just recently, you were really happy with the progress, because I mean, it's not at the point because you don't have your slasher yet, but
no, I mean, but just to be able to pull. I mean, when I put the 4 magnet in, I can pull. The first time when I put the generator itself, it was put normally like a generator or a motor. I was pushing up over 1,000 volts of this unit. You know, I mean 1,000 volts with potential, with no iron, absolutely 0 iron. My shaft is pure stainless steel, non-magnetized stainless steel. So I mean, I have a no iron. Those bolts here, they're pure stainless steel. It's not non-magnetized. So I mean, like, you know, everybody think, you know, you need 20 pounds of iron to create voltage. Absolutely wrong. You don't do. The copper and the magnet can do that. And down the road, I will remove the magnet because I think I figure a way how to separate the electron of copper and split them. So I can use split copper bar to spin inside no magnet, and it will be able to react on the copper or an aluminum winding system. The Tesla coil, I think you guys saw this coil here. I tested, it worked perfectly. Actually, I was doing transmission with it. I don't know what I was transmitting, but it's definitely transmitting on both ends. I can connect a light directly to here, it light up. I connect a light directly to there by itself, just one wire, it light up the fluorescent. And again, those fluorescent to burn. So, so if it's not RF, resonance frequency, I don't know what it is, because everything runs with resonance. So I just want to let you know, so far everything worked good. I'm going to find a different transformer. This is not the transformer to be using on that. And as soon as I get the right transformer, I'm getting some parts right now from RF transmission device. So a full unit. It's an old one, but I will be able to steal some parts out of it and be able to use it. So at that point in time, that's what I am. That's what I'm doing right now. And hopefully the next video I'll have something with the slasher and everything, and we'll be able to run the big transformer, the 10 kg transformer. But in the meantime, hey, that's what it is. And off the subject of this power unit, I want to say, I mean, like, I applaud the president of Philippines. He found finally someone with ball in this world who actually tell the United States government to go fuck themselves. They might have taken that word out on TV, but the symbol is still there. I mean, not too many people in this world who are sick and tired of being run by the nose by another country. Every time the United States stick their nose in someone else's country, shit happen. Life never get better, always get worse. But that's beside the subject of that. That's my personal opinion. So if anybody want to bitch about it, come and knock at my door. Beside that, folks, we'll see you in a little while.